Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Karen. I'm the everything here behind A Little Kinder on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And today it is an Allison Davis sketch day. This is the first Monday of the month, and that's when I gather up with some of my besties and we dive into some Allison Davis sketches. Now, before we really dive into this, let me tell you what we're using because those links are going to be down below. We are working out of a PDF that you can purchase over at Scrapbook Generations. It is called Creating with Sketches, and it is a very large PDF. Allison has given us some main sketches, and then she has given us some additional options. She also goes through the first portion of this PDF and talks about who sketches are for. How to alter sketches, how to add more photos, take photos away, move elements around. So the sketch is a starting place. And then she teaches you how to deviate from that, which I absolutely love. I also love in the very beginning of the PDF portion, she talks about how sketches are not just for one group of scrapbookers, that we can all, no matter where we are in life, what level of crafting we're at, we can all find something from it. Now, out of respect for Scrapbook Generation and Allison Davis, I will not be showing you the sketch today. I am very sorry, but I want to be very respectful to the fact that this is a product for purchase, and you can get your own copy at the link down below. Now, I am doing single layout number 4, but I am going to take one of the variations. It's actually option 22 that talks about adding more photos because I like to have more photos on my pages. So we're going to use these 3 photos. This sketch is very linear when you put it together, and so these 3 photos together are going to be fantastic. Our title is going to be Magical, and then I may come back in with letters, stickers and say memories or something, but we're going to use this. The basis for what I am using is a Not Just for Boys kit. And this one I will have to find and link for you guys, okay? But the title came in it. The Magical came in it. It's one of their pre-cut dies. Chances are we're going to ink a little bit on this. Maybe with a little squeezed lemonade. Maybe even some crushed olive to kind of give it a yellow to green. But we'll see there when we get there. Now, let's talk about these papers. So out of this kit, all I've done is grab some cardstock that I thought worked with it. And we're going to use that. I have my photos. And then in this kit, it was a fantastic mix of papers. There are 3 that are from Paige Evans. These 3. And they're all from, let me double check because I'm going to tell you wrong. I'm not going to tell you wrong because they are. They are all 3 from Bungalow Lane. And they are fantastic. I love her collections. They are so incredibly usable. We're going to use this side. We're going to use this side and this side. So we're going to be cutting a strip out of both of those. And then we're going to use this. This to me is it's a small world without being it's a small world. So I'm excited about using this. I thought about maybe using the navy and white stripe. Not sure. It doesn't exactly match the blue paper that I have. But this blue paper matches better with some of the other pieces, like the lighter lines in this navy. So that's what we're going to do. The last paper that I have pulled out of the kit was a Pebbles Kids at Heart. And we're going to use the side that says Smile. So that's what we're going to do. I need to grab a piece of white paper, so I will hop back on after that. And then we're going to make a layout. All right, friends, I'll be back when it's finished. Let's start by cutting down our photos so that they are just ever so slightly smaller because of the white edge around them. So we're going to cut all 3 of them down and get them all ready to go, get the white off of them. Then we're going to start into the papers and we are going to start getting those trimmed down as well. For each of the papers, we're going to cut a 1-inch strip. So I keep checking the background to make sure that I am cutting it in such a way that I get the most bang for my buck. Now we're going to come in and we're going to try to fit our pieces to see how they will look. We're going to take our title out I want to see what that's going to look like too. Just kind of get that starting gist of what's going on with our layout. Now, I want to rough up the edges of this. This is one of my favorite techniques that we use, or that I use when edging paper. You can also edge with ink, or you could sew. And I am going to paper scrape. So we're going to scrape all of the pieces. And then we're going to come in and cut them down to the right size. When I cut the star paper that has the blue on the back, I did go ahead and cut that at 3 inches first, and then I cut it down, or 2 inches, and then I cut it down to the 1 inch piece. And here I am double checking to see how tall these pieces of paper are going to be. And I decided that they're a little bigger than 11 inches. So all of the pieces will be cut to the same length. All right, now that all of our papers are trimmed to the right size, we are going to lay them out. I kind of think of this as pre-planning. Lets me know how much of a border I have or how much of a border that I need. We're also going to need to come back in and scrape the edges that were cut off. So I grabbed my T-square to kind of make sure that everything was straight on the one end so that I could then come in and work. And I realized after I added the adhesive that I had not scraped or fussied up the edges of the paper where we had cut them down to size. So I am doing that. And then we're going to place them all in. One tip that I have is that if you start at one edge of your paper and work back towards the middle. So I laid down the piece beside the photos. Then I went to the opposite edge completely, that piece that has the two tones of kind of that red orange leaf piece. And then I used my smallest T-square that I have. It's a Simon Says stamp one, to make sure that my lines were lined up. Now's the fun part. We are going to embellish this. And so I am auditioning different sizes of stars and different placement of stars so that I know what looks best. One of the things that I really liked in this layout was the way that Allison Davis had used stars up and down the different pieces. And I felt like that worked beautifully with our photos here from Disney Hollywood Studios. These are the ones that the professionals take, that the PhotoPass people take, and then we get them back. So our next step, once we've got kind of those big stars in place where we know we're going to want them, is we need to get our title on. And so I added foam dimensional tape behind that so that it would be raised up just a little bit, giving us a little bit of depth. And then we're going to come in and edge and glue all of our other stars in. Now, the teeny tiny baby stars, I did not edge. They are au natural, and they were not big enough for me to try. Like, that would have been a nightmare. So I just left those alone. Truthfully, it doesn't look that bad when you see the layout in person, because you can't really tell per se that those itty bitty bitty ones had not been edged. So here I am just adding a few more stars. Not really sure where I want it, but I did want a triangle kind of around that title so that you knew where your eye should start, just going to all of the stars. I do come back and audition some stars that I don't decide to use in the end. So check it to make sure it looks right. Here is our finished layout. So I need to add a little bit of journaling. I'm going to print that up. I'm going to put it over here-ish. Maybe tuck it in right there from some strips. So I need to go type that up and print it and take some still shots and get everything put together in the video. So I'm kind of excited. I really like how this one came together. I did debate doing some stitching around these pieces. Decided not to. I am not good with a sewing machine and hand stitching that much. Oh, that was not a task that I really wanted to accomplish. However, I think it would be a nice addition. It's just not me. So, thank you guys so much for being here on this, the first Monday of April, and April Fool's Day video series. Not really, but no April Fool joke here. Make sure you check out everybody down below. Everybody's got a fantastic take on this month's sketch. If you have not purchased your book yet, make sure you check out scrapbook.com and Allison Davis's sketches. There are lots and lots and lots of different sketches that you could purchase. There's some free ones as well. And so it's a fantastic place to go when you need a well put together layout. Until we're together again next time, my friend, go make some memories. Bye-bye.